Tonight on Grilling with the Guru, we got mushrooms.
Stuffed mushrooms,
Stuffed mushrooms, a bunch of different ways, at least 3 ways.
Oh, yeah, and if you got more, we got more for you, baby.
That's right. But the only way you're going to find that out is to watch this. And you got to tell them when Grilling with the Guru starts.
Right now! Welcome back to the show. Kurt, stuffed mushroom, baby.
Look, hey, it's we're gonna step it up, obviously, right?
Yeah.
But it's you go to some of the nicer restaurants around. It's always an appetizer, stuffed mushrooms.
Well, you can even go to your favorite meat market, and a lot of times in the meat market they have everything prepared. But we're gonna show y'all something how to do it yourself, and that way you can tweak it to best fit what you want for you and your family.
That's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna do it a couple different ways. We're gonna use some shrimp.
Yes, we are.
We're gonna use
crawfish,
some Louisiana crawfish.
You betcha. And then we got some ground pork and some ground chuck.
We're gonna have some. Of course, we're gonna have some flavorings. We're gonna have some sauces to go on top of there.
We're gonna make a little Latin flavored one.
Yep. And then we're gonna have one with a cream sauce.
Got some Alfredo.
Yeah. Look, we got the stuff. So
I like this one.
So what's gonna happen is you're gonna have a little buffet in front of you. So we got a couple different kind of mushrooms. We got portobellos. So there's a whole bunch of different mushrooms, but there's really only a couple that you could stuff.
Yeah, not the ones in the pastures, right?
No. Well, that's where we got these from.
Yeah,
that's where
I didn't see no purple ring around the stem.
Were you licking the frog when you saw that?
No,
okay.
It's all right.
That's good.
We're good. So
the other types of mushrooms just aren't shaped right. Either the bell flares up and you can't put anything in it, or it's oyster mushrooms.
The portobellos work really well for stuffing, whether it's the little ones
or the big ones
or the large ones.
And they have really good flavor. But if you like white mushrooms, use white mushrooms.
Oh yeah, you can use a little button mushroom.
Go right ahead. There's nothing wrong with them, and you can find the larger ones that'll be better.
Well,
for
we
stuffing.
talked about that off camera. You got the little ones which are like individual portions.
That's correct.
So it's almost like an appetizer.
Yep.
You can pick it up, put it on your plate, maybe grab a couple.
Right.
These, you could actually slice them like a pizza and serve them in wedges, or you can serve this as a meal.
Correct.
For one person.
That's exactly right, and that's kind of the idea. A couple different ways to look at it. Either meal or appetizer, or however you want it. We're going to show you how to do it in just a few minutes, but we got to clear this up.
Yeah, so while we go ahead and throw you guys to break, we're going to come back. We're going to throw some more breadcrumbs at y'all.
Got you.
And magic does.
Magic does. A little bit more for time.
That's right. So we're going to clear this up, and we're going to come back, and we're going to start working on some beautiful stuffed mushrooms.
We're going to show you how to stuff them.
That's right.
Couple minutes. We'll see you. Welcome back to Grilling with the Guru. Look at that. Boy, he's always eating. He's always eating.
I'll share with you.
That's because you're so nice. Oh, okay.
That's just onions and garlic.
Onions, garlic, and a little bit of love.
Oh, yeah, bro.
Speaking of that, hey, we got
sponsors.
We've been remiss. Courtesy Group. Thank you so much, guys. Go to courtesyvalue.net and check out the 2 or 3 cars I think they have on their website.
Well, cars, trucks, vans. They might even have motorcycles. I don't know.
They might.
They might.
Go check them out, courtesyvalue.net.
Yep. And
we want to thank Mr. Gary down at Hilos. Thank you, Gary. We love you.
Barrett School Road. Let me tell you something. You know what he told us? He said, man, y'all quit pushing my store. Y'all got so many viewers. They coming in. I can't handle it. He didn't say that. Y'all go see Mr. Gary Hilos. I'm guarantee you're going to love the service and you're going to love the price.
They call that the Guru effect.
That's right. Yeah. I love it.
Gilbert's Greatest Makers of Louisiana Love.
And other stuff.
Right. Matter of fact, we're about that far. We're about that far from having some injector available.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And
Love Potion number 10, flavor from within. Love it.
And the Cajun Grill, baby.
Boom, look at that silver beauty right there, huh?
Yeah,
Isn't she gorgeous?
That's the Cajun Pro. We got the Cajun Smoker back here.
Wore mine out this weekend. I sent y'all pictures. Lord have mercy.
Oh, I'm doing some briskets this weekend, brother. Yeah, we're going to do it.
Okay. All right, hey, so
back to the show.
Back to the show. So while y'all were away, We did, if you are of Spanish or Latin heritage, you're going to call this a sofrito. If you're Cajun, South Louisiana like us, you just call it seasoning. We just chopped up some onions and some garlic.
Yeah.
We had some olive oil. You sauteed that lovingly on the Cajun grill.
On a started out real hot fire, and we lowered it down.
Kind of lowered it down.
And I'm telling you, it works so good on the grill.
We deglaze with a little white wine because we fancy boys.
Yeah.
But you don't have to do that. You can if you want. It adds additional flavor. And with this, we're going to divide this. This is going to go in each of our mixtures.
We got 3 different mixtures?
We have 3 different mixtures. We have, what are we doing today?
Well, we're doing stuffed mushrooms,
We're doing stuffed mushrooms, couillon. Golly, let me get this out of the way.
You get that out of here, bro. So,
Stuffed mushrooms, 3 ways.
We got a bowl. We're going to start with the seafood, right?
Yes, that's what we're going to do first. I'm going to show y'all a little bit of prep on the mushrooms.
Yeah.
So if you get the big ones like this, they have these black things inside. They call them the gills.
Yeah, like on a fish.
Yeah, it's like on a fish because that's what they resemble, and they kind of have the same function, their filters. So there's a lot of moisture in here, and they're also very bitter.
Right.
So you just grab yourself a number 2 spoon. Or
A number 2.
and
Not
just,
3?
No, look, you just do like that. That's it.
Yeah, you don't want to get too much moisture.
Well, you don't want to get
all your seafood's gonna have a lot of moisture.
Absolutely.
You don't want a soggy mushroom.
No, that's the last thing you want.
No.
You just don't want to get too aggressive and get down into the white part.
Right.
So yeah, just scrape it out.
Be nice.
And if you're right-handed, throw it over your right shoulder, and if you're left-handed, throw it over your left shoulder.
That's right.
And that's it. So now this is not necessary. This is just something that I found that makes the dish a little better. And you can smell it's very strong.
It is very strong.
It's very strong.
Yeah.
So that's how you prepare those. The little ones, you don't have to worry about it because the gills aren't as developed.
They're not as large.
They're not as developed.
Yeah. We're just going to take the stem out.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about prep.
Yeah. So we did our seasoning, and
Right.
the reason why we pre-cooked it is because this isn't going to cook long enough to cook down the onions.
So you don't want crunchy onions in your delicious stuffed mushroom.
Maybe you do. If you
Yeah.
do put them in raw, not me.
Right.
Okay. The other thing is if you cook it long enough to cook the onions, you done destroy everything else.
Well, I noticed you didn't put like bell pepper, banana pepper.
You can do any of that you want.
You can add anything.
I was looking for some poblanos, but where I went, I couldn't. There was none available, none to be had.
Okay. So let's get
let's
get on with the dressing.
Easy peasy
stuffing.
lemon squeezy. So
All
we
right.
just got it. You got, what size is that? That looks like about some 190s.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We call them gumbo shrimp.
But the
That's
Gulf
some
shrimps out of New Orleans.
Absolutely. So that's some gumbo shrimp, but we still want to chop them up a little bit.
Right. I got that.
Got that.
Yeah.
So chop up about half of them, okay? You don't have to chop them all up, especially when they're that small. Now, if they're a 50 count or something like that, then yeah, you're gonna want to chop them all up. Even if it's like a 9110, but these are smaller than that.
Right.
So
About like that.
about like that.
All right.
You don't want to turn them into
the bowl?
paste. In the bowl, please, sir. You don't want to turn them into paste because that's not going to be good. The texture is going to be horrible.
Right.
So to that, we're going to add the rest of our shrimp.
Uh-huh.
We're going to add an coco, one egg.
Cocoa. Egg.
1 egg.
What, that's French for egg?
Coco, yeah.
Yeah.
And is French for one. So like that, right? And then a little bit,
seasoning.
some seasoning.
And then we're going to add some the breading.
Yeah, we're
Which this was a whole, I know it don't look like it, guys. This was a whole French bread loaf right here. And we passed it in the food processor. And I'm telling you.
Once you do that, you're never going to do it the other way again.
Yeah.
The ones in the cardboard cylinder, you're going to throw that away. You don't want none of that.
It tastes like cardboard.
Well, they dry and they're not good.
All right.
So yeah, we put a little bit of our seasoning in there, and we're going to just. So there's a trick to the breadcrumbs, guys. And if you've watched the show any amount of time, we do this a lot. But the trick is you want to add enough so it comes together, but not so much that it turns into bread pudding, for lack of a better term.
Or concrete.
Or concrete, yeah.
Yeah.
So you add some, and
You
you're gonna
happy with that? A little bit more.
No, we need a little bit more.
A little bit more.
And then we're gonna, after you mix it in, you're gonna let it sit for just a couple minutes.
Let it relax and marry it.
Well, you gotta let the bread do all its
Yeah.
absorbing,
Right.
because that's why you have it there. And yeah, now these are not so these are not standalone patties, so they don't have to be super tight.
Right.
They're going in a mushroom, so
Right.
So they don't have to be really, really tight.
But you don't want to have too much egg.
No, 1 egg is generally enough.
Then you'd have an omelet.
This was 1 pound of shrimp.
Right, 1 pound.
So 1 egg is going to be enough. 2 pounds, 2 eggs. But there again, don't go. It's not 1 for 1.
Right.
Because you're going to end up with a shrimp omelet,
right.
which isn't a bad thing.
Well, no,
not a bad thing. But that's not what we're going for.
That's not what we're looking for.
Not what we're going for. So yeah, here we go. That's it.
So we're going to take the pepper, right? The mushroom, the pepper.
The pepper. Like that. So how much to put? How much ever you want to put, but just know that however much you put is going to affect your cooking time.
All right.
So.
And then we're going to, after it gets going real good, we're going to top it with some cheese?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to do one like this with shrimp. We're going to do some small little hors d'oeuvre size with shrimp. We're
and
going to do crawfish.
And then we're going to do one of the big ones with the meat.
And we don't have to show them all of that, but we're going to, we might come back and show them a little bit of meat.
Yeah. So it's basically the same process, right?
Same process.
But for the meat ones, you're going to use very little bread. You're going to use breadcrumb. You're going to use very little breadcrumbs because you're going to be putting the meat in raw.
Oh yeah.
We're not going to pre-cook the meat.
No.
But you're going to use just enough to hold everything, just like we did here, just enough to hold everything together.
Yeah.
Right?
See that?
If you
see that, Matt?
If you watched our burger episode, and you should have, then you're going to see exactly how it's going to be the same mixture for the breadcrumbs.
Let me tell you, those were dynamite. The response we got on Facebook was crazy. And we hadn't even aired it yet, right?
Yeah, it aired. It aired this past Wednesday.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, so this one coming up is the seafood version.
Ooh, Lord, baby.
I don't want to spoil nothing, but don't miss that one.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and throw it to bread.
Yeah.
You got to wash your hands. We're going to make some more.
Yeah.
And when we come back, we're going to have all the mushrooms.
They're going to all be stuffed
prepared.
Up. We're going to show you a little bit of with the meat mixture, and then that's it. It's going to be time to put them on the grill.
Put them on the grill, which is, I know that's the star of the show. Y'all want you to see that. So y'all don't go nowhere. Go get you a little drink. Maybe go to the bathroom. But come back.
We'll see you in a bit.
Yes, sir. All right. Hey, guys, welcome back to the show.
Kurt. Woo!
Look at these beautiful.
All right. So, so we have so this is done with our pork and beef mixture.
Pork and beef mixed, yeah.
These are some large ones done. This is crawfish, shrimp.
Yep.
And then we have a mixture of crawfish and shrimp.
Petite ones in there.
The little ones.
Now, what you put in that?
Okay, so this is our meat mixture. So it's 50-50 pork and beef.
Right.
Ground chuck, I think you said.
Ground chuck.
We got from Mr. Gary over there at
Hilo's.
So 50-50 ground chuck and ground pork, 80-20 fat content for both of them.
Exactly.
Right?
Yep.
Don't
move. You got a little onion.
Things was getting serious in here. Y'all just don't.
What is that?
Oh, we're gonna get to that in a second.
We're gonna talk about that a little later.
In a second. All right.
So what you put in that?
So we did our onions and garlic that we sauteed earlier.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then I added a chopped jalapeno.
Yes, you did.
I did. And then we did this number right here. This is called chipotle and adobo. Chipotles are smoked jalapenos in adobo sauce. Adobo sauce is that red, that mahogany red. It has a really now this is hot, guys. It's not burn your face. It's not burn your face off hot.
Right.
But this is hot. So I took some of the adobo sauce and I put it in here to give it that smoky flavor.
Did you put any like cumin or chili powder?
I did both of those things.
Oh, okay.
Thank you very much.
Well, I was busy doing that.
You were making magic
I was
right here.
Kind of the mad scientist.
So yeah, we did cumin and we did chili powder.
Right.
And we did some Louisiana love, of course.
Yeah.
And then a little bit of breadcrumbs and an egg, just enough to come together like we've talked about so many times.
So.
And then we had some excess.
Well, I want to tell them something before that. So we got the crawfish and the shrimp, which pre-cooked, raw, doesn't take long.
No.
This concoction is going to take a little time. So we actually have 2 of those on the grill right now.
You don't say.
Bien voir.
You do say.
You do say.
Look at that.
So look, it's just right now we're at about 137, 38. We got about another 5 minutes maybe. This one's already done.
Yep. We have 150, 154 on that little one.
And we got some shredded cheese we're going to top it with.
Yeah. So we're going to let those hang out for a second.
But the reason I brought that up is because you don't want to put everything on at the same time because this is going to be cooked a lot faster.
Excellent point. And then you want to put your big ones on, then the little ones after that. So cook time, realistic cook time. 5 to 7 minutes for these. 3 to 4.
Yeah.
3 to 4 minutes.
And that one's been on there for about maybe 15.
If that long.
If that
I
long.
would say total cook time on that's going to be 15.
15.
15 on a medium fire.
Now tell them what that is.
Well, I'll
First
start
of
it.
all, that was the whole point.
Yeah, oh yeah. So first things first, it was all of this at one point. So when you make these fillings and you have too much, like you are apt
Shrimp
to do
and
sometimes,
crawfish,
shrimp
which
and
we
crawfish.
did.
So you could do a couple things with them. You could freeze it. It freezes beautifully.
No, we don't. We don't do that.
You could, what did we do with them?
I took a black iron pot, I put it on that Cajun grill with some olive oil, and I just put it all together in the pot and browned it, stirred it around.
Yeah.
And then I said, that's going to taste good, but boy, you know what make it better? Just a little bit. We had some Munster cheese.
We did.
We put some Munster cheese and just a little bit of sharp cheddar.
Yeah.
And I put a little bit of that coconut leche
Yeah,
milk
some
in there.
coconut milk.
And we stirred that around. Well, as I was stirring it around, it created like the crust from the cheese on the bottom of the pot. So I scooped it out,
The gratin.
and that's cheese gratin. And so this sauce that you see, that was the Alfredo sauce left over from the camp. So we
So-
heated some of that up.
If ever you wonder what goes on during commercial break, is this
lot.
stuff? Is that right there?
Yeah, we
That's
do a
what
lot
happens.
of experiments.
That's what happens
And we're
right
sitting
there.
there going, okay, French bread, bed of cabbage.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
just trying to figure out what's the best way to present that to your family.
Top an oyster. And then
What?
char grill it, and then char roll it.
What?
It just came to me.
Oh, that would be awesome. Now
That's gonna happen.
Oh yeah, we gotta do that.
That's gonna
Okay,
happen.
so look, let's go ahead and throw it to break.
Yeah,
We're gonna
yeah.
We're gonna put all these on.
Yeah.
When we come back, we'll kind of show them, kind of recap.
Yep.
Do a little recap.
And then it's gonna
And
be.
then it's gonna be. Well, it's too late. We already ate.
I think.
But we're gonna eat these.
We'll try. We'll give it a shot.
I got a little bit of room left.
We'll see you in a couple minutes, guys.
Yeah, don't go nowhere.
Welcome back to Grilling with the Guru. Hey, y'all.
What you got?
Well, it's empty right here. Come see over here.
Yeah, the pit. Is,
It's not empty right
the
here.
pit is looking like a pretty pit, baby. So we already took the meat pat, the stuffed mushrooms off.
Yeah,
This
because
is
they
just
were
shrimp.
done.
They were
and
done.
And those little ones in that little bit of time. Now look, you see that one in the corner? You see how it's bubbling?
Oh, yeah.
It's exactly what you want.
Yeah,
okay?
right there.
So now you have to be careful not to overcook. You're gonna dry out the mushrooms. You're gonna overcook your seafood.
Right.
Okay. So just kind of keep an eye on it. If you have to, get your meat thermometer
That's what
and
I got.
stick them. When the seafood's at 155, you're done. 150, 155. When the meat's at 160, you're done. Okay.
Let me check the big ones.
Check the big ones.
Okay, so but you're making a sauce, right?
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna make
Got a
a.
little ways to go for
We
these.
can't leave well enough alone, so I'm gonna make a sauce for the Mexican Latin inspired ones. So in this beautiful polka dotted bowl, we have some coconut milk, right? So just canned coconut milk. This is those, like I said, those chipotles in adobo. So I'm gonna take 3 of them. Actually, I'm gonna take 2 of them. You could always add. You can't take away. So I'm gonna start with 2 of them, and I'm gonna add a little bit of that sauce as we go. So I just want to give these a little chop. Now you see, guys, the seeds. These jalapenos are intact. The seeds are there. The veins are in there. All the casings in there. That's what makes these hot. So just a little rough chop here. Just like that, okay? So then I'm gonna use that in a second. But for now, so we have coconut milk. This is cornstarch and water. And I'm gonna put the coconut milk in a really hot pan. Woo. And that's exactly what you wanna hear.
Look at the steam coming off of that pot.
It starts to boil almost immediately. And that's what we want. Because we're gonna come right in with our cornstarch and water. So we want this thick, but we don't want it wallpaper paste thick. So we're gonna add a little bit of liquid to this. And the chipotles have some liquid.
Coming in.
Coming in, baby.
Coming in hot.
Like that. And just a little bit of water to thin it out. There we go. All right, so we're gonna let that cook. We're gonna season it. And we're gonna have to test for heat because I'm telling you, those
Got a little kick to it, huh?
those chipotles will get your attention.
Yeah, chipotle, it's a smoked jalapeno pepper.
It's a smoked jalapeno pepper. They're delicious. They have fantastic flavor. But boy, I'm telling you, if you're not careful, they're not gonna be careful.
Well, this is looking good, brother.
So that's gonna be the sauce for the pork and beef patties. The sauce for the seafood is a simple Alfredo sauce that we've made a bunch of times. Keith will tell you about how he made that.
Yeah, real simple. Brian Blanchard at Amanella's, I was cooking in the backyard one time, and he said it's the simplest thing.
Yeah.
You got heavy whipping cream,
Yeah.
quality, high grade, freshly grated Parmesan cheese,
The best you can afford.
the best you can afford, and grate it. Don't get it already grated. Grate it.
Grate
fresh.
it yourself.
And salt, black pepper. Put a little cayenne.
Yeah.
And at the end, you put a little flour so that it holds everything together. If you're just gonna, serve it right there out the pot, don't put the flour.
Right.
Just serve it fresh and like that. And let me tell you, the secret is like making a roux. You gotta keep stirring that pot.
Oh yeah.
And now this is probably the only time I wouldn't use a cast iron pot. I used a stainless steel pot.
Right.
Because I didn't want to have any kind of black flakes coming off the back, because you're whisking constantly. We actually put on some Kingfish music. I thought of David Landry. Look,
Go
big
Dave.
shot.
Go ahead, big
Yeah,
shot.
big
You
shot.
big
and I was
shot.
stirring it to the beat.
Go ahead,
having a good
Dave.
time. All right, so look, let's go ahead and throw it to break. Guys, we're going to bring you the next segment. You know what that is.
We're in the home run. It's a la manger, baby. We're going to see you in a couple minutes. It's going to be time to eat this stuff. See you now.
Okay, let's stop that.
Hey.
Kurt, this is amazing.
Wow, look at this.
I mean, I don't know how it's translating the video, but on portrait landscape Photoshop,
Awesome.
it's beautiful.
All right, we got to thank a few people.
Yeah, we do.
Courtesy Group, thank you so much. Go to
Yeah.
courtesyvalue.net. Check out the, 3,000, 4,000 cars, trucks,
They got
vans.
plenty.
If you can't find it, they'll find it for you, but you probably ain't looking real good anyway.
and they'll make the financing really easy for you.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Kilos. Thank you, Mr. Gary. Look how beautiful this is. Look what we did. And we want to thank Gilbert's Greatest Makers of Louisiana Love and the Almighty. Always love it. Cajun Grill.
Yeah, baby.
It's time to eat.
Yeah,
It is time to eat. Y'all can do whatever y'all want.
Okay, this is a shrimp with that Alfredo sauce. Boom, bruh.
Oh, my God.
Boom, bruh. Here we go.
Why?
Get some of that mushroom.
I'm going to just get a whole one. Like that. This is going to be hot. This is going to be hot.
I want to try one of the little pork. That sauce you made. That sauce you made for the beef and pork.
It turned out great.
That's this right here. I got a bigger pot. I can get more sauce.
The coconut milk with the
Look at that.
chipotles. Yeah.
With a little bit of cilantro.
And some fresh citrus at the end. Oh my. So, look. Lent's coming up. It's always grilling season's coming up. You're gonna always have you're looking for things to cook for your family, for people come over to the house. That's the perfect thing to do. We're out of time.
Yeah, like I was saying, but real quick. I mean, you can cut it like a pizza.
Yeah.
Or you can serve the individual portions.
Whatever you want.
So you can cut it just like a pizza and serve it just like that.
Or you can serve the little one.
That's right.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of Grilling with the Guru. We love you so much.
We love you more.
And next episode, we're gonna be cooking something delicious, so you don't want to miss it.
I think I know what it is.
I think you do too. Follow us on Facebook and give us some suggestions. We will see you next time. Love you like a biscuit.
I love you, baby.